Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a situation that's as complex as it is critical: Iran's push for control over a new route through the Strait of Hormuz, and what this means in the broader context of US-Iran tensions. Now, this isn't just another geopolitical standoff. It's a story of power, resources, and the delicate balance of global trade. So, let's break it down. First, the hook. Imagine a single waterway responsible for about 20% of the world's oil supply. Now, picture it becoming a pawn in a high-stakes game between two nations with a history of mistrust. That's the Strait of Hormuz right now. Iran is seeking temporary control over a new route through this critical choke point, and it's not just about dominance, it's about reshaping the rules of the game. Personally, I think this move is a masterclass in strategic leverage, but it also raises a deeper question: what happens when a vital global resource becomes a bargaining chip? Now, let's set the stage. The Strait of Hormuz has been effectively closed by Iran since the US and Israel initiated the war back in February. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a crisis. According to Saudi Aramco, the world has lost 2.6 billion barrels of crude oil due to this conflict. To put that in perspective, that's enough oil to power the entire United States for over a year. What makes this really interesting is how Iran is using this crisis to its advantage. They're negotiating with Oman to establish a temporary route where Iran is dominant. One thing that immediately stands out is how this move challenges the status quo. Under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, ships have the right of innocent passage through such waterways. But Iran is essentially saying, not on our watch. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Iran's negotiator has been clear: they want a situation where Iran is dominant. In my opinion, this isn't just about control, it's about sending a message. By asserting dominance, Iran is signaling to the US and the world that they won't be pushed around. But what many people don't realize is that this move also has domestic implications. With temperatures in southern Iran soaring above 50 degrees Celsius, the Iranian population is already suffering. If the US were to target critical infrastructure like desalination plants, the humanitarian crisis would escalate dramatically. Trita Parsi, a regional expert, warns that such actions would be war crimes with devastating consequences. This raises a deeper question: how far is the US willing to go, and at what cost? Now, let's talk about the US response. President Trump has called this Iran's last chance to sign a deal, but he's also said he has no time constraints on talks. From my perspective, this is classic Trump: high pressure, low commitment. But what this really suggests is that the US is in a tough spot. They can't afford to escalate the conflict indefinitely, but they also can't afford to walk away with their goals unmet. A detail I find fascinating is how this war is impacting global trade. With the Strait of Hormuz closed, oil prices have skyrocketed, and alternative routes like the Bab al-Mandeb Strait are under threat from Iranian-backed Houthis. This isn't just a regional issue, it's a global one. Speaking of global implications, let's talk about the broader trend here. The Strait of Hormuz and Bab al-Mandeb are both choke points, and their disruption highlights a critical vulnerability in the global supply chain. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about oil, it's about the interconnectedness of our world. When one link in the chain breaks, the entire system feels the strain. This raises a deeper question: are we prepared for a future where these vulnerabilities are exploited more frequently? Finally, let's end with a thought-provoking idea. The US-Iran conflict is often framed as a battle of wills, but what if it's also a battle of systems? Iran is leveraging its control over a critical resource to reshape the rules, while the US is trying to maintain its dominance through pressure and threats. In my opinion, this conflict is a microcosm of a larger shift in global power dynamics. The old rules are being challenged, and new ones are being written. The question is, who gets to write them? So, what do you think? Is Iran's move a brilliant strategic play or a dangerous gamble? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that matter. Thanks for watching.